Hello, everybody. I am Mursaleen, one of the co-founders of LearnUp and also a tutor here. So I have with me today Ahad Bhai and Ana Bhai. Say hi, guys.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
That's great. Okay, so unfortunately, no students came today, but that is part of the journey. So let's learn it ourselves. So yeah, let's start from the very basics. Of course, we all know that introductions are very important. First impressions are always important. So how you present yourself, how you talk, how much interest are you showing to the other people, it's very, very important. So since we are all, I'm pretty sure we all know what introductions are and how we do it, but still, we should definitely brush up our basics. So yeah, today is the first Zoom class. So first one is breaking the silence, right? So this is very, very important. So next slide, please. All right, so today's mission, what we are going to do. So we are going to introduce ourselves, and then we're going to keep talking for at least 1 minute. 1 minute. If you talk more than 1 minute, of course, more power to you, but at least we're going to try 1 minute. And of course, we need to ask follow-up questions, which means that this shows that you show genuine care for the other people. So yeah, let's begin. Okay, so class rules. Since we have only Ahad Bhai and Anand Bhai today, so class rules for them is English first. So people, no Bangla. Okay, English only. Mistakes are always welcome. Heck, I might even make mistakes myself, so that's completely fine. Participation beats. You need to speak up, talk, right? You don't have to be perfect. It's okay if you stutter, it's okay if you make grammatical mistakes. No one is going to judge you, okay? And if possible, cameras on, but it's not mandatory, so it's completely up to you. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so let's break the ice. So let's have a small introduction. We're going to elaborate further later, but it's just a small warm up. So let me start with myself. Hello again. I'm Mursaleen, and I'm from Dhaka City. And one interesting fact about me is I'm crazy about American accent, and I try to pronounce every word I see when I go outside. It sounds very crazy, I know, but yeah, that is one interesting slash crazy fact about me. So yeah, Ahad, can you break the ice, please?
Hey, everyone. So my name is Mohammad Abohat Khaled, and you can call me Khaled, the last one. So to remember my name, the DJ Khalid. So that's what my name is. So you can remember that way. I'm from Dhaka as well. And one interesting fact about me is uh, I'm from a business background, and lately I've been obsessed over AI and technology stuff. So that's something I'm really up to these days. Yeah, that's about me.
Thank you so much, Ahad Bhai. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you again. And okay, Anaf, can you break the ice, please?
Yeah, sure thing. So, hello, everyone, again. My name is Anaf, and I'm gonna have a very different take on on how I remember my name, or how I let others help remember my name. I kind of rhyme it with the word enough because I am more than enough.
Nice.
My city, it's the same as you two. I grew up in the heart of Dhaka City. It's always busy, bustling, never sleeping, and you know how sometimes it feels soulless with
Yeah,
the absence of trees, greeneries, canals, ponds, lakes. Yep. Oh, I actually told quite a few words. I should have told it with just one word.
don't worry, it's okay.
Bleak. Yeah, I'm gonna go with bleak. That's the word I would say describes my city best.
Okay.
One interesting fact about me, moving on to the next topic, the one interesting fact about me is that I wake up early, really, really early, like before sunrise almost every day. And I also go to bed early. So, you know the saying, early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I'm
Nice.
none of these three.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But you do wake up early, so that is much appreciated.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much, Anna, for your great introduction. So, yeah, let's move
You are
on.
welcome.
Next slide. Okay, so now we will follow a very loose structure. You don't have to always follow this rigidly. It is, of course, up to you. But of course, the first two things are quite rigid. You need to say your name, right? So yeah, hi, I'm Mursaleen, or hey there. We don't usually use my name is. It sounds too like bookish. It's like you're writing a paragraph. It's too professional. So I feel like, of course, you should start with I am Mursaleen or hi, Mursaleen here. Anything goes. And then, of course, location, as we've said before. I'm from here. I'm from there. If you are an international student, make sure to mention your country name and your city state if you want to. And then, of course, we go with what we do. So I'm a student at this university. I work as a clerk. I'm a cashier. No matter where you are in your life, do mention it and do it with pride because as long as you're working, I think that matters, right? So yeah, just say what you want about your work and how enthusiastic you're about it. Just add details as much as you can. And then, of course, hobby. Hobbies are very, very important. It shows how interesting you are as a person. And also, it does create a lot of keywords that you can use later on to have different conversation starters. So, yeah, hobbies are very, very important. So, for example, I love to play video games, watch movies, anime, etc. And then my goal. The goal thing is like you can play around with it. If you are an ambitious person, of course, go for it. What you want in life, what you want to do in the future, it's all up to you here, actually. So yeah, goal is completely up to you if you want to mention it or not. But yeah, this is the general gist of the introduction formula. Very basic, very simple. But yeah, it's very, very important how much details you add, right? So yeah, next slide, please. Okay, so here are some vocabulary builders. So these phrases are like essentially your building blocks that you'll use every time you meet someone new. So, for example, from on the left side, we can see I work as. So, I work as a teacher, I work as a graphic designer, I work as this. So, just you can use this phrase very easily. Or you can just say, or if you're in university, you can say, I major in economics, I major in science, math, whatever your major is. And then your passion, right? So this goes into when you're talking about your hobbies. So when you're talking about hobbies, what you say that I'm passionate about gaming. I love gaming, right? I love watching, or I'm passionate about watching films. These are very, very good vocabularies you can use to introduce yourself. And then you can expand your phrases. So on the right, we can see I'm currently, or it shows that what you're doing currently. So these are all like different keywords that I've mentioned before that creates conversation starters. So I'm currently learning Spanish too. I'm interested. So what's your interest? Like maybe something you haven't started yet, or you're in the very early phase, right? So yeah, you're interested in something, you can show that maybe the other person already is doing it, right? He might give you some tips and tricks. So yeah, try to talk about yourself, try to talk about your story in all aspects, psychological, physical, mental, whatever you're doing, just talk about yourself and it expands. The keywords expand and people find more and more things to talk about. And of course, my future goal, as I've said before, your future goal is to be a traveler, a farmer, whatever you want to say, and why are you doing it? People love why answers. So if you can say why, because of this, because of that, it's very good. Okay, next slide. Okay, so now we are going to give a short demo following the structure that we have read in the previous slide. So let me begin, and then Anab Bhai and Ahad Bhai will also do the same. So once again, hi everyone. I am Mursaleen, and I am from Bangladesh. I live in the capital city of Dhaka, and I have a bachelor's degree in environment and resource economics, which is the marriage of economics and environment together. So it mainly talks about climate change, sustainability, and how we can protect our environment. And it is also trying to put a monetary value on goods and services that are not directly transacted within the market. So that's my subject. And in my free time, I like to go out with my friends and family. I love watching movies, TV series, anime, and I also love playing video games. And traveling wise, I have traveled to Dubai once with my family, and I do wish to visit more countries in the future. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. So yeah, that was my introduction. So yeah, in the at the beginning, I said I'm from Bangladesh. If you are teaching local students, you don't have to say I'm from Bangladesh because they already know you're from Bangladesh. So you can just skip to I'm from Dhaka, right? But if you're talking to international people, you have to mention that you're from Bangladesh. So yeah, thank you so much. Let's move on to Anav this time. So Anav, can you introduce yourself? Proper introduction, okay?
All right. I'm going to follow the structure that's laid out in the pitch deck, and I will go a bit less wordy route. So I'm gonna keep it real simple. Okay, here I go. Hi, I am Anaf. I am from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I currently study. My bad. Let me start again. Hi there. I'm Anaf. I'm from Dhaka, Bangladesh, which we can specify. If you're from Bangladesh, then all you have to say is your district and you're good. And if you're talking to someone from outside of Bangladesh or a foreign national, you could say, yes, I'm from Bangladesh, and you will find. Study or work. I am working as a digital marketing executive at a foreign fintech business. And on the side, I work on my projects like photography projects where I try and recreate pictures in the essence of Wong Kar Wai. And if you know, you know. I also love petting and annoying my cats on an hourly basis, to be frank.
Nice.
And when I'm not doing anything else, I just ghost my friends left and right.
I know, trust me.
Yeah. My goal is to be a more present person, a more present friend who manages to stay in touch with all the people I care and love. And if you're asking me about my long-term goal, I would like to be a person who leaves a positive impact on this city, on this country, on this planet. That's about it.
All right, Arnav, thank you so much. I really applaud your last comment. So yeah, bringing positivity into this
Yeah,
world, that is, I think we all want. And I hope we can do this through LearnUp as well, bring positivity, breaking the silence, and bringing confidence to people who want to speak in English, right? So thank you
right.
so much again, Arnav. Let's move on to Ahad Bhai. Ahad Bhai, please introduce yourself.
Okay, bhai, thank you. So here I go. My name is Muhammad Abuhat Khaled, and I born in Chittagong, but I brought up in Dhaka. and I have completed my bachelor's in business administration like a while ago. And currently, I am working on building two of my side projects. That one of them is LearnUp, and if I talk about my hobbies, I would say I like to make videos in my free time. That's a really weird hobby, I know, but I like to make videos on and upload them on socials, and I like to watch football game. Like I call myself a crazy fan of football. And if I talk about my goals, one of the goal I have, which is making LearnUp the biggest online English speaking community of Bangladesh. That's
Wow.
fat ass goal I have, and I really want to chase
Yeah.
that goal as long as I can. So yeah, that's a really short introduction following the structure.
Nice. Thank you so much, Ahad bhai. So yeah, I just want to give you out some pointers. First of all, you said my name is, which is okay, but as I've said before, to keep things chill, keep things more humane, you can say that I am Ahad, right? I'm Ahad, and also you said I born, so I was, right? I was born and I
Yeah,
was raised,
yeah.
right? So very
Thank you.
minor
Yeah.
grammatical errors, but yeah, we all make mistakes, right? I think he definitely knew those answers, but he just got a bit nervous, and nervousness is just part of life. Bro, I'm nervous all the time, okay? So that's completely okay, no problems. So thank you so much, Ahad bhai, for your great introduction. So yeah, that is the gist of a good introduction. You talk about yourself, you talk about your interests, your hobbies, your goals, and make sure we will touch on that later. But we make sure that you remember some of the key words, right? For example, Ahad says something like he loves making videos. So that is a thing we can talk about later. And Anaf said that he loves to play with his cats. That means, does he like pets? Is he a cat person? Is he a dog person? How long does he has he been keeping these cats? So yeah, these are very interesting conversation starters. So let's move on to the next slide, please. Okay, so yeah, we have already covered this. So this is a model introduction. So name and origin, study work, hobby, and goal. So yeah, it's quite simple. Let's move on. So yeah, this one is very, very important. So you need to emphasize what the keywords, right? The keywords that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, for example, when you're talking about your location, I live in Dhaka. So do take your time when you're saying your country or your district name. So I live in Dhaka. That way people remember the keywords. You are the architect of your own introduction. So you need to play around with the words. So you can just say I live in. You may say this very, very quickly, but then you can take a bit of a pause and elongate the Dhaka word. That makes makes the people retain what you just said, right? So and then I study economics. So economics, so more stress on the word economics. And then I enjoy movies, right? Very simple, very, very easy, but very effective. So yeah, hi, I'm Mursaleen. I'm from Dhaka. I live in Bangladesh, right? And my hobbies are this, and this. Okay, so next slide was activity time. So yeah, we have two people here around us. So yeah, uh, we used vocabulary, pronunciation tips. We know the formula, and we built our own personal introduction. And then we have a little bit of time. Unfortunately, no students came today. It's okay. We wanted to do this together with our brothers and sisters, but unfortunately, nobody joined. It's okay. Hopefully, we will have more people next time. So, yeah, this is also part of the student rotation where we would talk to each other and ask one question. So, I think we can do this amongst ourselves. So, we are already done with our introduction. Let's talk about some of the interests you have mentioned. So I want to ask Ahad Bhai. Uh, Ahad Bhai, you
Yes, bhai.
mentioned you like to make videos. So I am curious, what kind of videos do you like to make on your free time?
On my free time, I actually like open up my camera and make the videos like randomly. But if I talk about some, like if I give some examples, that would be like mostly educational videos. Because I have a YouTube channel and there I upload videos related to AI and business and different things that I am interested on. So I try to make those kind of videos most of the time. But there are some videos that I never publish on anywhere, not on the internet. Those videos are mostly to nourish my creative soul. So to get to know myself better and to practice some skills. So yeah, those kind of videos I like make during my free time. Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Mursaleen? Yeah.
Ahad bhai, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. So yeah, as I was saying, like I think making videos is not a weird hobby at all. I think it's one of the best hobbies you can have because making videos is a very, very important skill, especially for marketing anything. And people actually make good money making videos. So yeah, please keep continuing your hobby. So let's move on to Anaf. So Anaf, you mentioned that you have two cats. Can you
Yep.
tell me how long have you been keeping them and what are their names?
All right. Yeah, sure. So, uh, my first cat, it's we call her Pullu. W-
Okay.
She came into yeah, Pullu. Uh, the name actually evolved over time. When we first got her, she's a rescue
Okay.
cat. She was named Pucci
Okay.
because how small she was, and we have never
Oh,
really, my family never really saw a kitten up close, like how small they could be. They literally fit in the palm of your hand, and
oh
is
God.
about as big as a tennis ball.
Okay, nice.
And she grew up fast. Like every week should be like, okay, two tennis balls, three tennis ball size, four tennis balls.
Wow.
She's growing very
Wow.
fast.
They grow up
Yeah.
so fast, literally.
Yep. Yep. Literally. Yeah, she's sleeping peacefully right behind me at the moment. And I think, given how it's been 6 years, I think she's a fully grown tennis ball sized cat now. Oh,
Nice.
about the name change. We got the second cat a year and a half ago.
All
And
right.
then she's the like small one. Back to the tennis ball math again.
Yeah.
When we got our second rescue cat, she was the size of a tennis ball again. And we felt like, okay, we need to give her name Pucci. But what happens to our first cat then? We change it slightly, copy my homework, but make it seem like it's not directly plagiarized.
Right.
That kind of situation. We ended up with the name Pulu for the first one, and the small one, the year and a half old one, is Pucci. Pucci.
Mm.
She just randomly barged into our life.
Oh,
We feed a lot of cats um, in and near our doorsteps.
okay.
And one small baby kitten, she was probably 5 weeks old at that time. It was winter, and during winter, we let a few cats stay in our home to avoid the cold outside.
Right.
We provide them shelter, food, water, and a warm place to stay for the night. After like 3 weeks, she wouldn't leave at all, and whenever we put her outside, she'd just cry all all night
Oh,
and all
that's
day
so
long
sad.
crying. Yeah, and that's how she made her way into our household and been a part of our family ever since.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet. That's a very, very
Yep.
heart touching story. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
for
Now it's
sharing.
my turn to ask you a question, and I'm gonna throw you an
Yes.
absolute curveball.
Okay.
Why do you say so yeah so much? And how do you think you can grow out of it?
Oh, wow. So directly questioning my capabilities as a teacher. Thank you so much. Okay, so you asked me a good answer. So yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I
yeah,
answered your question with a question. So
yeah,
my limitation is when I talk, sometimes I need to think, right?
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
the problem is you need to you need to fill those gaps with some words. But actually, it's better to remain silent. So instead of saying like, yeah, um, it's better to not say anything and just enjoy the silence that you're having. So you need to think your words first and then you should speak it. So I'm not that level of like native level. Sometimes I do speak quite fast, sometimes quite slow. It depends on the student, but sometimes I do have to think as well. And that is why I sometimes say so yeah. So is a very good word actually. It's a very good sentence connector. So yeah, I would say it's one of my limitations. I'm also learning every day. I speak English almost every day. I speak English in Engu every day. It's kind of like a training for me so that I can be a better teacher. So yeah, that's my reason.
all right,
Okay,
sounds good.
Adbhai, you
We
have a
have
question for me? So yeah. So yeah, slow down, bro. Slow down, think, and then speak, and then you have to smile, right? You have to smile. It has to be a genuine smile. It doesn't have to be creepy or weird, like you're telling a sad story, but you're still smiling. Your emotions must match what you're saying. So very important. And pause. As I've said before, pause. Pausing makes people process what you're saying. So let them process. If you keep speaking continuously, people won't process stuff. So yeah, I want you people to post your introduction on Discord. Unfortunately, people did not meet up today, but I want you to post your introduction on Discord and I want to listen and I would definitely love to give you feedback. So okay, next one. Okay, so instructions I'm pretty sure you already know, but find a quiet place to speak. Do a practice run so you can talk to yourself in the mirror, to have a short warm up before you record yourself. And it's better to stand up while recording. It actually really helps. It also helps with your presentation. And don't delete and redo endlessly. It's okay to make mistakes, guys. Do not worry about it. Take 2 or 3 takes. And if the final take has some few mistakes, bro, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, anything else? Okay, so this is like an assessment rubric. It's like giving you a score. So yeah, it's quite arbitrary. It doesn't really matter for now. So let's move on. Okay, so remember this forever. This is the closing remark, correct, Adley? This is the closing remark.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so closing remark is you do not become fluent by studying English. You can memorize every grammar rule, read every textbook, and know every vocabulary word, and still freeze the moment someone speaks to you. And why do we freeze? Because we don't use English that much, right? We just read the books. So you become fluent by using, right? The key word here is using English. Every conversation, every recording, every Discord message, every imperfect sentence spoken out loud. That is what builds real fluency. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Unfortunately, we did not have any students today. I wish we could have some real life interaction because LearnUp is all about interacting with students, right? So we want more people to join us, chill, have fun, and sometimes have some guided classes like this. So yeah, we will have a similar session next week, hopefully, and I hope we can find some people next time. So thank you so much, everyone, and yeah, thanks to my co-founders, Ahad Bhai and Anab Bhai. Do you guys have anything to say before we end the session?
never stop learning.
Nice.
That's
Adbhai?
Yeah, I would say start speaking from tomorrow, from today, and learn up.
Learn up. Okay, nice, nice hook. Okay,
Learn up.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye bye. See
All
you.